Hey, super glad you made it back to the podcast. This is Dan Brzezowski, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the wound, the salt, and the Band-Aid. I hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
No matter what you do in life, you are being spoken to, you are being enticed by advertising, by merchandising, by marketing, by other people. And in the end, it comes down to a few simple things that people are doing to you. And I want to show you how to do this to yourself, to sell yourself on the idea of changing. A long time ago, Anthony Robbins' Personal Power. I ended up meeting Anthony Robbins, and in the interim, I ended up buying a CD package, tape package actually, for the dealership I was at. I invested in, brought it back, passed it around, and I realized I was the only one that was listening to it. I used that to set some goals, change some behaviors, and start achieving different levels of success within sales. It worked really well for me. So much that I decided to buy my own CD version because I was getting fancy and moving on up. And I decided with the CD version, I took great notes. I had the workbook. And what I ended up doing for me was I made a goal. I'm going to leave Virginia, leave my relationship. I'm going to drive across country. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move from Virginia and I'm going to move to Hawaii. And while I'm in Hawaii, I'm going to make a name for myself. And I put down a date, about 90 days. During that time period of listening to the Personal Power, something I listened to really struck home with me. And what that was, it's about how advertisers have been communicating to us for years. Tony Robbins went through the analogy of a wound, a salt, and Band-Aid. And when I realized the wound, the salt, and the Band-Aid and how that works, I was fascinated with it from a sales point of view. How during a presentation, create an emotional wound, throw some salt on there, creates emergency, and then your Band-Aid is basically your products or services of what you offer. It's marketing and salesmanship 101 is really what it comes down to. But how does that relate to the people that I'm talking to on this podcast? Because I do believe this. I believe that, and I sure hope you do too, otherwise you wouldn't be listening. But here's what I believe. I believe that you have a potential. And I believe that most people never even come close to hitting their potential because of distractions, because of lack of work ethic, lack of energy, lack of goals. There's a lot of lack in that space. I was ambitious enough to think that I could do certain things at a high level, and I made a run for it. And the crazy thing is, whatever I set my mind to, I was able to accomplish those things. Now, what I want to say is there's other things that I've wanted to do, but I didn't put enough time and energy into that space, and I never accomplished them. But the ones that I did and continue to, I continue to hit those goals. So it's just a matter of time and energy that you're going to put into something with a lot of focus that can get you where you want to go. So if you're listening to this podcast, my hope is that you're a goal-driven person. You have outcomes that you're looking for in your life, and there's a reason that you want to do that. And the purpose behind it all is what we talk about on this podcast. So when I talk about you and the wound, the salt, and the Band-Aid and how that's relative to you, well, here's what it is. Here's the wound. That you're average. You're not currently happy in your physical body. You're not happy in your relationships. Or you don't know if you're happy or not. Or you're miserable and you're not doing anything about it. Those are the people that listen to this. Now, there's a few people out there that are super happy with their relationships, but they might not be really good with their finances, or vice versa. There might be some people out there that are, really happy with their family life and everything, and they're a great parent, and they might be okay with their finances, but when it comes to work, they have a hard time really getting engaged or getting noticed or getting involved. The man feels less than, the woman feels less than, because they're not bringing home what the significant other might think they should, or whatever that is, right? We all want to be heard, we all want to be recognized, and some of us fall short of that in some area of our life. This is a personal development, personal growth podcast. You have to identify that where's this wound? You have to think about it. Like, what's the wound right now that you're dealing with? Well, you know what? You need to lose weight. You're listening right now. You know you need to lose weight. I'm talking to you right now. You need to lose weight. But yet you think about it. You want to lose weight, but you do nothing about it. Wound. Salt. If you continue to do this, what's going to happen? You will feel less attractive. Hey, no body shaming or anything. I can't see you. Remember, this is a podcast. No body shaming or anything. But you know, if you want to get in better shape and you're doing nothing about it, you know you're miserable. I have been there. I'm not there anymore, but I was there. It's funny how just beating the alarm clock in the morning and having a plan in the morning can change all of that. All right? We got the wound. We got the salt. I'm going to put some more salt in the wound right now. Because you're not in the ideal shape that you would like to be, and you would like to, and you're wanting and hurting for that, but you're not doing anything about it, you're lacking action, you're lacking character and worth ethic. So now you're in a failure cycle. While you're in this failure cycle, how is your relationship? How is your work? See, they're all codependent on each other, and what's ended up happening is you fall into this failure cycle massively. And the worst part is you try to ignore it by getting distracted. You try to watch Netflix. You try to, hey, I've worked hard all week. I'm going to take my wife out to a fancy dinner and you're going to eat whatever you want. I know, I've been there. You know, my anniversary, I always eat cannolis on my anniversary. Guess what? I can't eat cannolis on this anniversary. I just couldn't do it. My wife and I have been married 9 years. I can't believe that. 9 years. Unbelievable. I can't believe that she decided to marry me. And I can't believe she stayed with me for 9 years. I mean, this is a lot, what's going on here. You have a wound, you have a salt, and now what's the Band-Aid? Guess what? The Band-Aid is go to launchwithdan.com, baby. Launchwithdan.com. What will you find there? You will find the plan. You will find, first and foremost, you'll find a calendar. Go on the calendar, schedule some time, because from that scheduled time will come a conversation free to you. I will listen, I will learn, I will lay out a game plan for you to start to change, to become the ideal person. That is the Band-Aid. But you got to take action. You got to go in that direction. Take some more action. Give me a kick-ass rating on Apple iTunes. I'd love an opportunity to see a 5-star rating and review from you, wherever you find this podcast. Spain, thank you very much. Australia, appreciate you. I got some other countries. I got Ireland. I got England. I have Sierra Leone. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the wonderful reviews. I'm looking to get a lot more reviews than what I currently have. I'd greatly appreciate it, but realistically, it's going to help somebody that's out there looking find me so I can connect with them, so I can help them beat the adversity that they're going through. Or better yet, they can learn about the wound, the salt, and the Band-Aid. I would love an opportunity for you to understand that just by you taking a glance in the mirror and looking at how much greatness is in front of that mirror and actually seeing your potential, working with you to realize your potential. And yeah, I'm going to put some more salt in the wound. You need that, because if you don't do this, you're going to die miserable. You're going to die broke. You're going to die disenfranchised. You're going to leave the best years of your life here. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you've given it all, that you've lived at level 10, that you've really focused on being the best version of yourself. And everybody needs help to do that. If you want to make money, great. Be the best version of yourself to make money. If you want to be in a relationship, be the best version in that relationship so that you can be the best person, that A-level person you need to be in a relationship. If you're looking to be the best employee, the best entrepreneur, if you're looking to be somebody that's considered successful and you want to feel success in every step when you walk, you got to go to launchwithdan.com. I know that I can help you. So here's the rule and the lesson for today. Anytime that you're feeling a little comfortable, look for the emotional wound. Just look for it. What's going on? Where should you be and where are you? Yeah, no, I should be this. Should have, would have, could have. And when you get to that place, then just throw some more dire into it. If you keep this up, what's going to happen? If you eat another donut every day, what's going to happen? Okay, it's simple. You're going to get fat. You're not going to work out as much. What happens when you decide to take control of your life and you end up, you know what? I'm going to fix myself. I'm going to fix myself at a level 10. I'm going to start applying the principles of the No Comfort Zone Blueprint that I learned from Dan on the phone call, and I'm going to start living large. And what will happen is this. You're going to find internal success, and you're not going to need a Band-Aid anymore. You're going to be the solution to a lot of other people's problems. I guarantee that. Hey, thanks for listening. Today's the day where you really need to do it. You just need to do it. You need to jump both feet first into that pool. Take the risk. Jump into the pool of life and start living, man. Just jump into that pool. Head first, feet first. Don't put your toe in the water. Just do it. Today's the day you go to launchwithdan.com. But more importantly, today's the day that you get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.